Hey y'all, so I'm still working on this, but I have just finished this back portion here. Um, I'm also currently revamping a lot of my social media, so you may see my tag and handle change quite a bit. But I think I'm actually going to document the process of finishing this last room, just so you guys know I'm actually finishing this myself and not using like any online video sources and stuff like that. Though I don't know why I would do that. Um, I think I'm gonna recreate what I did in here just because I'm not very original with design and I do need. So actually, considering this will be 5 or 6 floors, I won't actually need a whole nother separate side room for it. But I think this will still be a similar style just because it's another main room. Just need to remember I built this because it's been a while since I built this room specifically. Okay, that's actually pretty simple. Don't have this glass anymore though. I do actually. Okay. We need a stair. We have a stair. We have all that. Okay. Just I always do the corners first, just because it makes it a little easier to categorize everything.
I guess I'll try throwing knives. I throw my playing cards. Look at me.
And I'm also doing this just for my own purpose because I like documenting stuff, and I also just like content creation in general. Don't worry, I will eventually be making this look nicer. I just had to, when I was originally making this, since it's not a, I wanted to do super flat, but I also wanted the environment to actually be dynamic and have um, personality. So I just did a normal world. And I actually can't figure out what the seed is because I don't know why it won't, it doesn't seem to recognize the command, even though on normal, I mean, this is a realm, so it might work differently, but on other worlds, like on normal worlds, you can just type command, type slash seed, and it'll tell you what the seed of the world is. Um, okay, so I don't know why I'm being so confused with this, to be honest. So that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, huge.
5.
Still work on final project. Oh.
Let me just. I always do the frame first when building.
Yeah.
Because it generally just makes stuff a little easier for me to remember because I tend to be a little airheaded.
Whoa.
Okay, so the frame done. Then we do. I think we do windows normally. I don't love. I don't love this style, but I don't really hate it enough to bother changing it. If that makes sense. Actually, I think we're gonna do a little bit of a change because I messed up and I don't feel like correcting it. I think what we do is just something like this.
Yeah.
We do pale oak slabs on the top. That looks. Uh,
Alright, Jared.
I don't love this gap here.
Wait, hold on, Jared. Stay right here.
But actually, what I could do is when I have issues like this, what I usually do is I'll just put a fence in.
This is so toxic.
Uh, and then just do that. Does look a little wonky though. Maybe something like that'll work. Yeah. that it? Yeah, there we go.
Okay, throwing knives.
That looks a lot better. Let me just do that on the next one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, boom. Can't really do it on this side, but that's fine. Then 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Just a headshot. Store one time that sold a bunch of knives, and like one of them was like
There you go.
throwing cards you could throw.
Because what I didn't like over here, wait, what I didn't like on this side,
Oh, look at this!
thought I turned this off, but what I didn't like on the other side was daylight cycles off. Oh, there's the um, but what I didn't like on here is this gap up here, but there's no real. So there is a really simple way to fix this. What am I talking about? I mean, it does
Look at this!
make things a little more, I mean, less dynamic, but I think it just looks a little bit better considering this already looks pretty not that dynamic.
Look at this!
Just, I think this is something that's going for something that just, it's trying to be more interesting than it really is. Although, actually,
Uncle Jerry's hurt.
that actually doesn't look half bad. I'm going to replace it like that on the corner, on the edges. Only like so only on this side, on this side, and then
Hold on. Let me make it to you. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a lot of people. Oh, I hit him. We can see. Are you still alive?
don't know why it does that.
Oh my gosh.
Nice. I think that was my only real gripe
Hi, Jared. I'm below.
with this build is when I was first building it, I didn't know how
Oh, there's someone on the first
much
floor.
effort I wanted to put into the design of things, and I didn't know how much I really wanted to dedicate to it because when I was first building this, my whole point of it was to just be a bit more what's the term? A bit more like just more dynamic, not more dynamic, but more
Jared.
what's the term? More just to be a bit more like have more depth, have a bit more things going on. I know this isn't any like crazy build, but for me this is actually pretty complex. Um, do also have to. I mean, this roof really isn't. I'm gonna do this roof first. It's kind of
Like,
bugging me because I know I'm gonna forget how I do it. Oh, so I use this kind of what I expected, but I don't know why I use this so much because I used it for the floor in there too. It's not exactly the nicest block out there. To keep things consistent, I'm gonna have to just keep it here because I don't really have the option of
teleporter for you.
changing it. I mean, I could if I really wanted to dedicate like an hour or two to it, but that's just not worth it. Because at the end of the day, the whole point of this build isn't to be aesthetic. It's actually just to um, well, one, glorify and edify Christ, but two, just to kind of document knowledge that is the primary like motive.
Watch it.
And obviously, all those storage rooms are kind of just useless. But the point of it is to make it be a little more um, just interesting in general. But I think what I'm going to do is just for simplicity's sake is just do the rest of this with windows because like I like that design. It's just a little too complex for my tiny little brain, and I do like it. But trying to replicate this on this would be like torture, like genuinely. Um, Need some kind of block to go here. Doesn't really look right. I think I'm gonna try to do quartz. I think this will go well because I need it to be a little different, but not too different for the smaller gaps. And obviously for this, I'm just gonna do window. It's rare for me to be doing before last usually. What I do right after the frame, but
Oh, I got the headshot.
it's a little weird because when I'm designing stuff by myself off camera, I actually seem to think about stuff a little more. But once I'm actually recording, I just kind of want to like build and just kind of go with the flow of things. And I'm only using this for again for my own sake because otherwise I'm going to forget what kind of room this was. So it might be a little more obvious from the outside than it really. It's probably pretty obvious from the outside, to be honest.
Oh, one's on my body. Oh, the mine, bro.
And I am going to try to upload daily, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be able to because I am a college student, so I might just upload smaller apologetics types videos. And today I have a pretty light schedule because I had an exam, so I took today off. So I have time to be making a bit more higher quality videos. Not higher quality, just more. Yeah, definitely need to turn my in-game sound down though.
Jared, where you going?
I'm like, I would say I'm about 90% done with
Oh,
um I would say I'm
oh,
about
I know that.
90% done with this build, and then I am going to post the like very first progress photos I have. I don't have any videos of it in really early stage development, but going forward, I'll have those early stage um, progress videos of other builds. Just because since I'm actually, I mostly do. I'm still setting my website up, but I've been mostly doing website based preaching instead of videos. But I think video format is something I'm very familiar with over websites, and it's something I enjoy a lot. Um, Now I just need to. Wait, this side isn't right. That looks better than it, if anything.
Spot.
Um, really need to get lighting in here. I'm kind of, I don't know how I want to do that, to be honest. What actually we're gonna do, it's gonna be a little different than how I did it in there, but I think what I'm gonna do is gonna replace all of this outer area with glowstone.
Oh, get him, Jared.
Don't actually think that would look quite bad.
Look out, Jared.
Just because I want it to seem a little more open.
Hey, consider the portal.
And then obviously, since I already have storage rooms, I don't
Jared, I got
really
you.
need chests and stuff in here. Just trying to organize this so it's like equal blocks apart.
We're a little far back. Look at this guy join me.
Actually, I know what we can do.
Oh,
We need shells.
look at him.
Oops.
Sword.
I think that looks just a lot more dynamic and interesting. We also need carpet.
Oh,
For this one, I think I'm gonna do black just because I've done white and every other color I've. Does that block off? Yes, it does. Okay, so I just need to delete it there. Or actually, we can just put scaffolding on the very last row. Right there. I think what we do is actually I have a pretty good idea for here. This is going to be like the mega library. Gonna replace these with more of those. I think I'm actually just
huge.
I think I'm gonna recreate that over here.
Huge.
What I do is,
Yeah.
are these the right stairs? I don't
The
think
guy
these are
who
the right
had
stairs, are
28
they? Oh, they are. Okay.
freaking Therese probably crashing out.
It's the kind of stone I use for hallways. I don't know how I forgot to do that. I feel like that's the most
Yeah.
basic thing. But then
Huge aura.
what we do is we actually put it on here, just so it's not blocking that.
Ooh, big XP. Oh, I got a skin for the platform. This is a goofy strategy. Goofy strategy I want to try.
Oh, this is the wrong one.
Uh, Flying Fortress. Flying Fortress.
We might replace this with actual books eventually. I just don't know if we'll ever really need to.
It's full ends.
So I think it actually makes more sense to have these over here.
What's that? The dagger's either the best weapon in the game or the worst. There's no in between. Yes.
Door. I probably want to do.
Strategy.
Actually, no, I can do these. And then we need a fence. I know I'm not talking much. I'm just actually trying to make sure that I design these well.
What are you rooting for? Your specialization. Oh, perfect.
Oh, and Tyler.
So I'm gonna take you on. You're about
Tyler.
to take flight.
Tyler. Oh, Tyler. Hey, Tyler.
No, no. I'll have an APS turret on it.
Yo, Tyler. Yo, bro. Yo.
What's up?
Sorry, I forgot to tell you I'm recording a YouTube video. It's not academic, and I don't think the mic can pick you up. But
Oh, okay.
I'm not too sure.
Gotcha.
Just so you know. Do you want me to go through the video and let you know if it picks you up or?
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, now I just need slab.
Jude. Hold on.
I think I'm good.
Oh no, they're here.
These.
Um,
I don't. Just want them to look at least somewhat fancy. And I think. Oh wait, actually, I got another. I think the best addition here. Does that add any noticeable light? Let's test it.
I gotta kill with my goofy strat though. They weren't expecting big shopper gun.
Yeah, it actually does. Um,
I'm gonna make it. Someone was really good at this. Maybe I had to have my turret.
because this allows me to
I think I gotta have my turret on top.
keep the lighting
Hold
up
on.
while also making it look nice.
Hold on. Maybe.
And I also need a book and quill.
Smack it and look up.
And then
You can help it too.
chest. Just to put here
There we go.
to store an extra copy.
You crashed. You crashed.
Three side rooms because there's the one that you walk into, and there's another one attached to this one, and there's one in the back.
Oh my, this has so many bullets. I need more bullets. More the chopper gunner.
And it's probably
Oh my god.
going to be important to have this. You know, probably actually make more sense to have this by the front door. It would make even more sense. Actually, yeah.
Jared, are you alive?
Would it make more sense to have this as this or yeah? I think it would just to give myself more storage.
Holy crap. Triple kill. I need more bullets. Thanks, you're a star.
Something else can help with this is adding more lights up here.
Building a new chopper gunner. Turret's way more effective. Oh!
Okay, I also need them over here.
Oh my god. Uh,
Actually, gray carpet hide that's on the top.
that's the respawn.
Pretty obviously this. This is just to hide it on the top because otherwise it would look a little weird. Uh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
I think besides that, this is
Funny.
actually pretty much done.
Oh my god.
Besides obviously the cleaning outside, but I actually one thing I do have to do is just add this to the front door area. Is something I need. And then we'll just go chuck. Since this is in a side room, chuck that in there, and then everything else in the main room. This is just so for anyone who joined. I mean, the issue with this is it's actually going to be pretty limited in who's able to join this realm. But I'm hoping eventually I can now expand it and then include it with other people. But I think what I'm going to do to fix this is just anything that's over This is I'm just gonna replace with sand.
Hold your ground.
So essentially what I'm gonna do here is just
Oh, the heavy shotgun? Yeah, that's like one of the best shotguns.
spam click, basically.
Um,
Should have checked this first.
oh, oh,
This is just to make it look at least a little natural.
oh. My turn. Mr. President, get down.
Right, we just have to delete this.
So laggy. Jared.
And the next step after this is to be making this look a little more nice on the outside, like adding flowers and stuff.
Loading platform doing anything. Oh yeah, get up there. Jared. Oh god.
It's definitely gonna be one of those things that's just kind of not annoying, but just kind of like, bruh, hit it
Oh no.
like this. Just get some there on the end. I mean, it's obviously not realistic, but it looks a lot better than it did before, so we're gonna keep that. Just give me 1 second. I mean, there's not really a whole lot of external space to work with here, but I think what would look nice is just some like lamp, like redstone lamps and just redstone torches underneath. Pretty lucky while that I'm actually don't even need this first.
Just absolutely cursed. Difference.
I forgot there's sponge trap door just to get under there.
Yeah, I'm scared. Damn it, our team.
That should be good for here.
Dude, where we going? Freaking
It's just to make sure we can actually delete this without worrying about anything.
Oh, steer, steer.
Alright, this is all.
Uh-oh. Steer.
Oh,
Oh,
it does need to be
we're here.
like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, the turret. We got him. He's here. Emoting on him. Ah! Holy crap, this team feels like we're going up against the same team.
Man, this is a much larger project than I thought it would be. And yes, I'm just going to leave these down here because I'm lazy. Okay, so they just need to go like that. Yeah. So they need to be
Huge. turret is back.
Obviously, I mean, this isn't actually going to be visible, so don't know why I even care, because mobs can't even spawn anyway, so I don't have to worry about lighting that up. And even if it did, I mean, even if they did, I'm in creative. What are they going to do?
Oh!
And now I know Luke the Notable's pain when he did that redstone only 100 days. I mean, this isn't bad. This is really simple. And this is kind of just like oh, I forgot this was all. The shaders are so weird. I couldn't even tell, like legit. It's one block.
Let's get a turret.
I just need to delete anything on that second one. Yeah, this area back here, we're Gucci.
Steve.
Oh, I forgot to. Oh, we actually missed quite a. I was gonna say I had a feeling that wasn't done. Oh, since it has to update, we're not really gonna be able to spam build. That sucks.
One.
It's interesting.
The building.
I really hope this actually looks good and I'm not just doing this to be like adding something that doesn't even look good.
Woo! Reloading.
You know? Here we go. actually a lot easier than I expected, to be honest. I think all that's left to do now is just delete this. This was just from the original plan I had. Well, this is actually, I mean, I stuck to that plan, but this is just that was just to help me lay it out and figure out what I was building and where. This was the general boundary I decided that would work.
On your feet, soldier.
And just doing that in the main room here took about 90 minutes. Now we just need to build this up another 5. But that is probably going to be something that I do a different day just because it is pretty late where I am. And I also kind of want to separate that into a separate video. Just because I want to sit on what kind of design I'm going to do. I'm 50% sure I'm just going to build up like that. But I do want the rooms to be like decently big, but what I could do is just build up and then build up off of every other build off of these 2 buildings and off of here into a main central complex type. That is definitely something we could do. But I also want to look at this in key mode spectator because I bet this looks like great. Yeah, this looks crazy from underneath. It's actually wild. All of that for one thing, and it's not even done. I really like. This is one thing I like about Minecraft is it's just there's so much stuff you can do building wise, and there's so much functional stuff to it too that you don't even really realize. Like it's just awesome. But I think I am going to. Oh wait, I think I am going to just give you guys a short. Actually, wait. I think I am going to give you guys a short. Isn't it? Yep. I just want to give you guys like a short tour of everything. Um, just because I think that would be interesting. So actually, I need to be giving you guys a tour. Okay, so um, I know it's not labeled, but this is the Sky Library. Still kind of working through quite a lot of features. Um, this here is just the obviously you guys saw me type this. This is the room layout. Um, this is actually the first main room or first side room, but I typed it in the second side room over there, second main room. This is the hallway to the second main room. Pretty simple. There's nothing crazy. So far, nothing is actually finished.
Right below you, Jim, the floor.
But this first, for the most part, is the final product. Just gotta actually write stuff and fill it in. Um, I might one day actually change these into empty bookcases and actually fill it up if I need to. Don't quite see myself needing to do that. But and then in here we have like the main lounge room, secondary main lounge room, considering this isn't the biggest one. Um, it's just the most condensed. And here you have like a hallway, library type room. I just have these to make it seem like it's actually being like still kind of constructed and maintained because like libraries tend to have like the rolling things where you can move the lanes of books. These are like in libraries you have study areas. I think most libraries have them. Over here, I don't actually remember. I think this is what is this book called? I can't remember. Skylight. I guess I had more than one, but this is just a dedicated. This just explains what this building is about, and I will read this out just for your convenience, so you don't have to pause and read it. This library is called the Sky Library, and I'm the Sky Librarian, keeper of this library, very original. I know. Um, just why Sky Library is the heaven is a major part. Obviously, heaven is a really big part of Christian theology, and the sky is basically it's not explicitly heaven, but heaven is something that I associate with the sky. It's not. I don't think it's necessarily a biblical view, but it's also not necessarily a heretical view because I'm not saying anything that's like, well, it has to be this way or anything like that. Just kind of like a personal opinion. Um, you can find all 66 books of the Bible here. Obviously, I am Protestant or slash non-denominational. I don't follow the Catholic canon. I have a lot of respect for the Catholic canon, and I do think that we're all brothers in Christ. And I do think there is a lot of unbridled hatred among just the different denominations for really no reason. Though I do think that actually let me like change that. All of that hatred is from people who claim to be Catholic, Protestant, Christian in name, but they're not actually Christian or Catholic or Protestant or whatever in practice. Because if you were actually Christian in practice, you would realize and be able to recognize that any denomination that accepts Christ as Lord and doesn't veer off like the Bible, like Mormonism is not Christian because they accept additional gospel, but like let's say Methodist, Lutheranism, Reformed Dutch, Calvinist, non-denominational Presbyterian, Anglican, Episcopal. The Episcopal, I think, is a little more liberal than I think Christ would allow, but I do know there are Episcopal Christians going to heaven. So, Episcopal, um, Reformed, uh, all of those except for like maybe Seventh Day Adventist and Jehovah Witness are like Christian to the core 100%. Um, and then So obviously, like you're not gonna anyone who's actually like given their life to the Lord and follows Christ are not going to be breeding interdenomination hatred. So you can find all 606. I already said that. On the next floor, you can find the New Testament, with this floor being dedicated to the Old Testament. Originally, I was going to do 2 floors, but I think I'm going to need more like six based off numbering, just because I thought I'd be able to fit the entire New Testament on this floor, but I know I'm going to need at least three for the New Testament alone. And starting on the third floor, you can find the entirety of the Catholic Old Testament, and on the fourth floor, you can find the Catholic New Testament. And on the fifth floor is dedicated to discussing all of the denominations and why they exist, because that is something that is a very big question in modern day debates. Because a lot of people are like, well, if Christianity is the truth, why is there so many? Why is the church so divided and stuff like that? But I don't view it as divided. I just view it as different flavors of Christianity. Or I think the more biblical view I have is just that the church is not a denomination, but just a unified body of believers who, despite having somewhat different beliefs and practices, they all still at their core believe the gospel and accept it and accept Christ as Lord and stuff like that. Um, and it's at the end of the day, even if you're Catholic, you're going to heaven if you actually follow the Bible and the Lord. And same goes for regardless of denomination. And like if you're actually like a Christian, not like Mormon or Jehovah Witness or like more or anything. Um, but yeah, I don't know why I'm getting into eschatology and stuff right now. That's not the purpose of that. I'm not gonna read all of these books just because that would take a little while. Because I mean they're not terribly long, but they're not that interesting either. Um, and then obviously they're all just on these. And then there should be another chest down here, yeah, all the way up to aisle 12. This is kind of the outline. I'll read one so you get the general gist. This is aisle 7. In this aisle, you'll find the entire copies of the First and Second Chronicles on the top two shelves. On the bottom shelf, you'll find Christian apologetic books related to topics found in First and Second Chronicles. I do that because I don't want to have an entire floor dedicated to just apologetic books and then have them not be right where they're what kind of book they rely on. I think apologetic books are going to be pretty hard for me to get because I'm obviously not allowed to put anything in copyrighted. So I'm gonna have to find stuff that isn't copyrighted, and then that's probably gonna be a little difficult. But shouldn't be like the hardest thing in the world. Should be possible. Can always retrofit this if I need to. Um, and then obviously back here, this is the hallway to the back side room. I think you guys saw me build this one. Um, this is probably my favorite room just because it's the most decorated, most organized in my opinion. Um, just because there's paintings and it looks overall better. And then this is what everything looks like from the back. Not the worst, not the best. Could do with a little work. Just the hallway back into this room, and then I think the only thing I haven't shown you guys is the side room over here. I think that's about it. This is the hallway into here. Actually, this is the only hallway you guys haven't seen. And in here is pretty interesting. Not a whole lot going on. You guys have already seen all of this, obviously. But yeah, pretty interesting. Um, I do kind of want to add more of these, but I just actually wait. I do know where to put them. Uh, we'll put the turret on top. Put this on the bottom. Oh, I forgot to delete these. Oh, you need to shoot. I can shoot it once. Hey, Jared. Boost me up. Boost me. Oh. Give me. This mean though. So I guess you don't need to run this. This is just add a little bit more interesting stuff Ooh. To the place because I want a little bit more green stuff, obviously. Oh, you don't need to run the China link. I'm like, I'm not trying to offend anyone when I say you're not Christian because you're Mormon or because you're Seventh Day Adventist. That's just genuinely what the Bible says because, um, where the string go? But basically, what happens is you accept a different doctrine than what Christ gave you. So then at that point, it becomes just you're not Christian because, well, obviously you're not accepting what Christ said. So see, this is gonna take a lot longer than I anticipated. I just like putting bamboo in because it actually like looks nice. You know, I definitely want to be talking more. But I just don't really have a whole lot left to say to be. I did not launch where I wanted it to.
some reworking.
The nice thing with this is I'll know if I missed one because I'll see one that's like 30 feet tall or 30 blocks tall. I mean,
This is not. I am not good with the China movie. With this thing,
there we go.
that's so really shine.
It adds a lot to just kind of help liven the place up quite a bit. You know, it's kind of funny that that was really the only forested thing here. I actually want to see so what this looks like from inside now. In a second, it looks pretty nice. Oh, I forgot the signs for the for the for these. Out up there. Just makes it look a little more interesting and realistic. Might take me a second though, just because there's so many.
Shield strap.
I think might also need to add paintings in here too. Don't know how I forgot those. Like just all things considered, like it's the one thing that this place is missing. So if you're curious why I'm not adding one here, it just doesn't let you because of the way Minecraft works. Actually, I think there might be one more room I need to do that on.
There's only another way I could
Make
make
it check. I'm not 100% sure.
like a grenade or something.
No. I thought I added in a lot more rooms than I actually wait. Maybe in this back side. No.
Yeah.
I think this will just also add a little bit more life to the place. Just feels a little dark.
I think it's
There we go. I think that is this place done.
yeah, I think it's
Just kind of interested to see what this looks like with the uh with all the bamboo and stuff.
hmm.
It's pretty interesting. I do also send a quick photo.
Good. Yeah, that was.
There we go. This is basically all I have for you guys today, and thank you guys for watching. Peace.